Hi, this is Rhonda with Rhonda's Crafty Chaos, and today we're going to make one of these. Well, I prepared the wreath form, so I've got these all straightened out so I can get it. And then we're going to mesh it, we're going to put ribbon on it and a side. From start to finish, we will complete it today. So we want to get the mesh, and I just let it drop on the floor because it's the easiest way to wrangle the mesh. But you take it and you just kind of accordion it in your hands as well as you can, and you just get a little loop and you get your tie, and you're going to want to secure it pretty good so that it won't, you're not going to be able to pull it out very easy. And then I always like to go the length of my forearm on the ribbon. So you just go to the next one, you can kind of poof it out. You kind of gather it with your hand like this, pull it so that you have it, and then go to the next loop. Kind of poof it out as you go. Secure it again as tight as you can, and then you kind of fluff it, and then you just continue on to the next loop. And as you get doing these, they will become a little easier, and your first one or two are going to take you a little while to do because it is, I don't know, brain repetitive. You just do it repetitive all the time. So we just keep going around, and we're going to make a Halloween wreath today. So I got my Halloween stuff because it is coming up. So we're almost done with the first loops, and then we'll go down to the second loop. This is also a way you could measure, is you just take it over to, you skip one of the ties and you take it over to the next tie. That's also a way I use them, or use it to measure. And next. Okay, now this is the first loop you did, and so we'll go ahead and tie it right on top of the other one and secure it down. And then this is kind of a little tricky spot, is you will take your stuff, take it down to this level, and you'll secure it, and then you'll just start again with your measuring and fluffing out as you go, and you just will secure it as tight as you can. Just keep going. Doesn't take too long to mesh a wreath up, or mess one up. Mesh it or mess it. Alright. Okay. My favorite is doing these next 3 holidays. I love the Halloween. I love doing the fall wreaths, the pretty colors. I also love to do Christmas. Christmas is my favorite. I by far I'll do hundreds of Christmas wreaths this holiday season. I have a fair here in town that I do, and I do quite well at it. And I'll sell about 150 to 200 wreaths, and then I also make gnomes and epoxy cups and stuff like that. So we'll be busy for the next few months, really busy here, and I would like to take you along and show you some of the fun stuff I make. at the last. Okay, so we're here at the last. This is where we started from the very beginning. And then we ended right here. And then I'm doing, so we've got this loop. So we ended right here, we went around again, and then I'll end right here again, and it'll be a complete wreath. So you'll just end it basically the same way as you've done every other loop, except let's cut it off now. And you leave about an inch of your mesh on there. And then you just tuck it underneath the loops and kind of take your loops and fluff them out. And right there is our wreath, completely meshed. Okay, and for this wreath, I want to put some of this smaller mesh in, and I'll show you. You go about 18 to 20 inches, and so we'll cut 8 pieces about that long, and you don't measure, just about that long, because you'll spend all your time measuring and won't be able to create. So once we get it to this point, we're going to do a pancake method, which you fold it under and then you scrunch it all the way up. And then once you get to this end, it's already folded under and you just keep it going. So it's like a bow. And we're going to stick them in every other one to kind of give it a little bit more texture. See how cute that looks? We'll keep adding our mesh pieces. And they're just as easy to do. Gather them up and stick them in there, and it just adds so much texture to the wreath that I think it just makes the wreath go from blah to beautiful in no time. But a couple of little extra things you do to them. Fold it under about an inch and a half, and then you gather it up, and then there's your little bow again. Stick it right in there. And all these loose little ends will clip here in just a second. So we've got this loose little piece. Take care of all that here in just a minute. So we've got it meshed, and we've got our cute little pieces on. Now, this morning in the mail, or on UPS, I just got boxes from Sam's Club, and that's where I get a lot of my ribbon. So I want to do the unboxing with you because I'm pretty excited. I haven't got to see what came in them, so I'm hoping exactly what I ordered. We'll do this unboxing. And I got some fall ribbon, and I also got the Halloween package. I got the Halloween right here, yay. Goodness, so excited about this one. So, you get 6 different things of ribbon, and it was $44 I believe, 94 cents. So you get 50 yards on a roll, and this one is a buffalo plaid, black and white. That is a super popular ribbon. Everybody, you can do so much with this. You can do it for any holidays, the buffalo plaid. You get the 50 yards of the orange black, 1.5 inch. This is a 2-inch trick or treat with little candy corns, also 50 yards. And these come, and they're like $7. Oh, if I knew the cents. I think they're like 49 cents, $7.49 a piece, and that is a heck of a deal. So if you can, get to your Sam's Club and get their ribbon, because their ribbon is unbeatable. It's very good quality ribbon, and you get a ton for basically nothing. So 50 yards, this is the Halloween colors, and a purple color, 1.5 inches, 50 yards, and spider webs. So we'll be using these ones on this wreath, but I also got the Harvest collection. And this is, they're all 50-yard rolls, and this is the Harvest collection. Ooh, this is so pretty. So this is the pumpkins, and it's got the gold detail in it. And this is and that's a 2-inch, and this is also a 2-inch, and it's got the leaves and the gold. Here is another one with the thankful and the gold. It's got a pretty leaf pattern on it. This is like a burgundy color. That's very pretty with the gold trim. And a pretty plaid. I love plaids. Anything plaid. And then a burnt orange. And that's what we're going to use for fall, a lot of these. So I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to use these for this wreath coming up. And whoops. All right, so let's start with, I want to do a big bow. So I'm going to try to decide where is the best place, and I think right here, because it has the biggest place opening. So we're going to start with a big bow, and then we work around it. And what I like to do is pick the ribbon that you least absolutely love and want it to poke out on this. You'll stick it in the very back. So we're going to, even though this is a very popular ribbon, and I'll use this in pretty much every season, I'm going to use this one. All right, and so I'm going to use this to start out my bow. Not that it's not a pretty ribbon, but I want to use the others as a focal point. So you'll start about, I would say 10 inches in, and then you just gather. And I do my bows just a bit different than some people, but that's what I was taught. So I just take a good sized loop, and I just gather it, and then I flip it in, and I gather it again. And what you do is you'll take them and pull them up like this, and this side just a little bit longer than that. So okay. So we've got the 2 loops that are just the same size, and then once you take it in like this, you gather it up, and then you flip it. So, and then you do the other loop. And so you have the 3 loops, and then you'll flip it over. And on this one, you can't really tell that you've got the right side up, because all of the sides are the same. But on the trick or treat, in that you will have the back side of the ribbon, which is not going to be pretty like the trick or treat. So we start out with 4 big loops and 2 tails. And pipe cleaner. So I will secure this with a pipe cleaner and set it aside, okay? And then we're gonna use another ribbon, and I like to go 2 inch, 1.5 inch, a 2 inch, and then a 1.5. So I usually use 4 ribbon on my bows. And so we'll use 2 2.5 and 2 inch, or 1.5 and 2 2-inch. Okay, and we'll do the same thing. I'm gonna cut this off because it's just been a little bit. So we're gonna go about 10 inches out, and we're gonna gather it again. And then I gather it and twist so that the top is up. This side is not as pretty, so. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the loops just a smidgen littler. Not enough to hardly notice, but then it'll bring your bow in instead of all of your bow loops sticking straight out. So we brought that in, we gathered it up, we flip it over and do the other side. And then we'll twist it again, pull it out, and we've got our 4. So there we go. I cut that one just a bit long, so I'm going to trim in just a little bit. Best scissors, I'm sure. So we got this little guy that we stuck over there, all done, and we'll stick this right on top of it. He goes right on top. So you undo your little loop here, and you secure him down. And then you set him aside, and then you go for the top. And I do it this way because having so much ribbon in my hands make my hands start hurting after a while. So this kind of relieves the pressure on my hands for not having to grip the ribbon for so long. All right, I love this one. This one is the one I wanted for the focal point on this one because it's for the color. All right, this is called a dovetail, and this is what we'll do to all these ribbons, but you fold it over like this, and you take it from the center of the ribbon and go out, and it dovetails it like this, and that just is more pleasing to the eye than just a rough cut. So let's do it the same way. We're going about 10 inches in, and our loops are just a little bit smaller than the next or the ones before. And as you go, you won't have to measure. You can just do it by eye, but for you guys, I'll try to keep measuring and try not just to do it by eye. So there's our third one, and you'll want to kind of bring them out like this and straighten them out a little bit, because if you don't and you secure them down here, they're not going to want to move a whole lot after you secure them. So you're going to want to kind of play with it just a little bit before you secure it all down. That, so we're getting really cute bow going on here. It's going to be really cute. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is the purple, and this is just kind of the, I don't know, like the icing on the cake. It's the one that is the sparkliest or the cutest print that you have, or you know, the color that you want to showcase. And purple and Halloween are everything. Okay, and on the 1 inch, you can dovetail them, but it's also just to wedge it like that is just fine. And that's the easiest way to do. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna go just a little shorter on this one. And just hurry up on this ribbon because you guys seen how I've done it on those other three. Just even it up and then flip it. And there we go. So I'm going to, okay, so there's our last little 4 ribbon thing. And we're going to secure it right on that. Look how cute those colors are going to be. Also a nice color for Halloween is a lime green, and that's in this one. We'll use that on another wreath. So on this last one, you're going to really want to get it tightened up really good because that's your last twist. And you're not going to want, when you see, you can really kind of manhandle these little pieces and put them where you want them. And you're not going to want it to come apart. So I'll, once again, folding it and cutting. We're going to do these, fold and cut. And trim these. They're just a little bit long. We kind of guessed on those as we... Okay. So there's our ribbon, or bow, I meant, with our ribbon. So now we're going to put it on our wreath right here. And I want to secure it down really good. That's a, you don't want a floppy bow all over the place. You want it to be good and secure. Have the ribbon and the bow on there. I think those are just a little long. I'm going to just trim them up just a bit so we can stand them up in there. We want them to stand tall, and if they're too long, they won't stand up. So we got it to there, and now we're going to take the same ribbons that we just used, 4 ribbons, and we're going to make them about 12 inches long. And I don't have a measuring thing here, so we'll just guess. And I want to make 1, 2, 3, 4 different groups of ribbon. And I'll show you what we're going to do with them. I like to use, I could use this one that is so matchy-matchy that I'm going to use the purple, and we're going to make 4 ribbons that are the same. Almost there. So we'll take it and we're going to just give us our little edge on all of those. I like to take these apart and then just cut them like that, so we don't use a whole lot of the length. Okay, and this is going to be one of our little grooves, and then this will be the next of our little grooves. So these two will be really cute together, so we're going to do that. Those 4 of these are almost done with our whole wreath. Things that wrap around your ribbon around little boards that are like 12 inches. Those are pretty easy. I just eyeball all mine. I've done it for so long that eyeballing it is the easiest for me. Get it straight down right now. Wonky ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. Take our groups of ribbon. I like to go every other one. So you just take your one ribbon. Take this, and we take this and put it right on top, like that, and you take it and put it in the middle, so you find your middle, and then you just crunch it up, like this, like we done earlier with tying the bows. And we could stick them in here, or we could stick it off to the side, and I think I want to, with this one, stick it in here, stick it right on top of this. This is kind of our little, we're not, and then you're going to want to split these up like this, and you'll put one on each side. And you kind of curl them down. Okay, and the next one, you will stick right on top of here. Pick our sign that we want, and we're done. Sky's the limit on this. You can use any ribbon your heart desires, because there's so many ribbons out there to choose from. I really like Sam's because you get a lot for just a little bit. And that's the name of the game. You can make a little bit more money. You don't spend so much on your ribbon. A little bit more goes in your pocket instead of Hobby Lobby's pocket. So far, this is how it's looking. It's kind of cute. so far we've got going on. So we're going to probably put the bigger sign in the middle. We can do this sign with the witches in and hanging off of it. I think that would be really cute. And off on the side. I think that would be a cute way. This is from the dollar store and I just painted it. Secure your signs on with wire of some sort, because sometimes if wreaths get really hot, the hot glue is not staying. You drop your signs off, so you want to put a little bit of hot glue and wire. How I will hang it is I'll just put a dab of hot glue right there, stick it right under there, and it will just look like it's hanging right off of that bead. For the boot. Strings on. After that, you just kind of go through and play with your ribbons and get them going in the right direction. Kind of fluff, and you're good to go. What do you guys think? That's pretty wreath. Isn't that pretty for the summer, or for the summer, for the fall? It's quite dry there. There you go. Forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have a lot more fun videos coming up, and you'll never know what I'll do. I craft everything, I sew, I do everything. So next it might be a sewing project or a clay project or something. So like and subscribe.